Hello again guys, welcome back to some bit of brewing. So on today's episode I am going to be brewing up a Czech Pilsner. So I got up a little bit late this morning, but hopefully that won't do me much harm. I just went out and collected my RO water and just now heating that up. Need to throw in the water additions to get the water profile that I'm aiming for, and yeah, hopefully we'll have a good day. Let's crack on. Okay, so we've got about 20 minutes left to the boil. So 20 minutes additions are going in, and there we go. So we've got a good rolling boil, and those hops were Hallertau Mittelfrüh from Germany. So hopefully it should nice light floral, slight spicy notes. That's what I'm hoping kind of comes through. Czech Pilsners are typically done with SARS, but I didn't have any in stock. So just use some different ones today, but I'm interested to see how it turns out. So we've come to the end of the boil, and I've added in a Protofoc tablet, and that's basically a fining agent used to bind all the proteins that are in the wort. So you can start to see now the cloudiness building. And over the course of the next 20 minutes or so, they'll all start to clump together and then settle at the bottom. Once we've got a nice crystal clear wort, I'll start transferring to the fermenter and cooling. So after 20 minutes you can see there's some very small bits still floating around, but we've come down. We're now sitting at 86 degrees. So that's now going to get pumped through the counterflow chiller, the tap water. I'll collect the hot water in there, and then I've brought the fermenter down off the table, and I'll be filling it up here and then throwing the yeast in. So the transfer was finished. We got some really nice clear wort, and now the beer is inside the unit tank. It's currently at 17 degrees, so I'm waiting for that to cool down to around about 7. And then what I'm going to do is I've just pulled off some yeast. See a little bit's left over just there. Just got rid of the the dead cells at the bottom, and then what I'm going to be doing is when that is at the right temperature, I'm going to be harvesting the yeast from this batch and then pouring it into there. So I've made sure that there's extra yeast nutrients. I haven't tried doing this before, straight from one batch to another. That's how professional breweries do it, so I thought I'd kind of give it a go, but on the homebrew scale, and we'll just see where it ends up. So that's also why I've chose to use a low temperature. So I'm sticking with 7 degrees and hopefully kind of keep it on the clean side. It's not something I'm looking to do a lot more of. I think being on such a small scale, and just how relatively cheap it is for the yeast. You know, you're talking anywhere from like around £5 to £10 for a pack. It's not the most expensive, but yeah, just figured it was worth a go. So yeah, we'll see how it goes, and I shall catch you probably post-holiday for the tasting. Cheers. So we are now on the 67 days later. So my brew day was on the 31st of August and today is the 5th of November. So I'm doing a no oxygen transfer. So I've got my CO2 bottle, blowing CO2 up and into the headspace. So we've got about 8 psi or so. It's coming off the racking arm down into the keg, and then we've got this spunding valve which is just maintaining a slightly lower pressure than what this is set to, so just to ensure that there's a good solid flow whilst reducing foaming. And you can see there, I'm expecting a full keg, so that should get to about 18 and a half kilos. So here we are, 2 weeks after kegging the beer. I didn't show a picture of it earlier, but I should have really shown the clarity as I was transferring it, because it was actually a little bit hazy, which was quite surprising after 67 days, I think it was. In the fermenter with a good 6 weeks of that, 5-6 weeks of that being cold crashing at about 2 degrees, 3 degrees. It cleared up really quickly in the keg. Literally within about 3 or 4 days, it was crystal clear. And so it's about, I think as I said, about 2 weeks from kegging, and this is what it's looking like now. So beautiful clarity. For a Czech Pilsner, I think I've pretty much got the colour spot on. Beautiful clarity. Yeah. So made up with that. It needs to be more bitter. So this had a calculated IBU of 38, which I think is quite high. And I split that between a 60-minute and a 30-minute edition. So I think I'm brewing this tomorrow again. So I've just made a yeast starter, which is just cooling down now. So for whilst I'm waiting for that to cool down, I'll do a little review on this. So colour spot on, bitterness a little on the low side. So that'll be getting increased. Not too much on the nose. There is some fermentation character, only very slight. And I can only assume that that was from the fact that I've pulled it off of one batch and then threw it straight away into another. Maybe if I was to do that again, if I did that a day earlier, put it onto a yeast starter and then put that yeast starter into the new batch, maybe that's how I could do it. I'm using a new strain for this next batch. But if you want to find out about that, check out the next video, which, well, it'll probably be about 2 months away from now, so got a bit of a wait to find out, but I'm sure it'll be worth it. Right, enough talking. From a Czech Pilsner, I really want this breadiness. And I've got it before with decoction mashing, using under-modified malts. And in this, I've used melanoidin. Yeah, so I've used 5% melanoidin malt. Wayman extra pale Pilsner malt, and a touch of Cara Bohemian just for the colour. Yeah, it's just not the colour I want. Not the colour, not the taste I want. It's clean and there's good body to it. So it finished at 10:11, which isn't too bad. I think like Pilsner Urquell actually finishes at like 10:16 or 10:14. So I think I'm gonna increase or just do a triple decoction. Nah, I went too much time. I wanna try and get that bready, lovely, malty flavour. Try Pilsner Urquell and you'll know what I mean. I want to try to get that flavour without doing a decoction mash. That's a challenge anyway. So yeah, really great beer, and I will really enjoy this keg. Absolutely. But yeah, for now, increased bitterness, colour spot on, increase the final gravity, give it a bit more body. But yeah, not a bad start. Cheers, and I will catch you on the next one.